Hello everybody, how are you doing? So, this is probably my first actual video. I'll be playing Dark Souls, yes. So, this is a game I have a lot of knowledge about, and I kind of want to just, have the experience of recording something that I like. So, without any further ado, we may start. This game is kind of loud, Jesus. Yes, so about the game, I recommend people playing offline, right? Just go System, Network Settings, and start offline. Because, if you're new to the game, you probably want to be a little bit more familiar with the game before you actually start engaging with people online, right? So, to start, we have our character creation, right? So the name doesn't matter, sex doesn't matter, class matters, right? I'll put a male because yes. Class, right? You have here a pretty large selection of starting characters, right? Starting classes. The warrior specializes well into strength and dexterity, has like a medium armor, pretty good shield, and a solid straight sword. Pretty good for people who have never played the game before. The knight is the more durable warrior. He has the largest vitality pool, 14 vitality. That's about like 500 HP or so at the beginning of the game. The hardest armor, pretty good shield, pretty good straight sword too, right? And I believe he already starts with a spell. Not sure. Well, I believe the knight starts with a healing spell, which is pretty good. The wanderer is your dexterity class. Starts with a pretty good fast weapon, 14 dexterity, and well, it's basically just the dexterity guy. The thief also specializes in dexterity, but he also has intelligence, right? It's a very fast class. This dagger causes bleeding. Bleeding deals a lot of damage after a few hits, and a small shield to parry. Parry is a system that I'll be explaining later, right? So it's not about stealth, it's about critical hits with the thief. And he already starts with a master key. I'll explain the master key later. So the bandit. Bandit is your strength guy, 14 strength, big axe, right? Very low intelligence, I believe it's the lowest, with 8, I believe. Yeah, it's a strength guy, right? The hunter. Hunter is also the class that specializes in dexterity. The difference between the hunter and the wanderer, the biggest difference is that the hunter starts with a bow and an arrow, or like 20 arrows. So, pretty good ranged class at the beginning of the game, right? The sorcerer. The sorcerer is your magic guy, 15 intelligence. You have 3 different types of magic in this game. You have sorcery, you have pyromancy, and you have miracles, right? Sorcery scales with intelligence. The sorcerer starts with a dagger, but the dagger is just for like backstabs. The biggest game of the sorcerer is long-ranged magic combat. The pyromancer is also a strength guy, but he also starts with pyromancy. Pyromancy is the art of evoking fire with your hands. It's pretty good, doesn't scale with anything. For people who never played the game, this is pretty solid if you want to play around with magic. The cleric is also a strength guy with faith. Then he casts miracles. He starts with a healing miracle. He starts with a very good mace, pretty good weapon, right? It's also pretty solid for starters because you have more heals, right? And then the private is the naked guy, 11 in all stats, stick and wood plank has weapons, and that's it. I will be playing as a warrior. I think it's pretty solid for people who have never played the game, right? The gift is an item that you can use at the start of the game, right? You already enter the game with this item. You can start with no gift, so no item. The Goddess Blessing, I believe you start with 3 of them, and they restore your HP fully, and then they heal like poison or toxic or whatever. It's pretty good. Black fire bombs. They are bombs that you throw in your enemies and they catch on fire. It's pretty strong. If you want to kill the first boss in his first encounter, you choose the black fire bombs, right? Twin humanities. Humanity is like a online thing. I will explain later, but this will give you 2 humanities, and it basically is a free heal too. The binoculars, you use them to look far. Yeah, that's it. The pendant, you trade for an item later, for a covenant, then it's not really worth it. The master key will open most doors in the early game. It's pretty good for people who have played the game before. I do not recommend for people who have not played the game before, because you will open doors to places that may be a little bit too strong for you, right? So I don't recommend. The Tiny Beans ring is a ring that adds like 10% HP or so. And the Old Witch ring that you use to talk to a mute NPC. This is the least worth, in my opinion, because you can get this later. But, well, I will be using the Master Key because I have played the game before. Physics doesn't matter. The face doesn't matter. I will choose this guy because it kind of looks like Ryan Reynolds. And Ryan Reynolds with a bow cut? No. Yeah. Emo Ryan Reynolds, yes, that's exactly what I need. Perfect. Oh, I need a name. You will be Mac. How do you write his name? Wait, let me use Google. Wait. MacGyver, yes. MacGyver, because I will be playing as a quality build. And the quality build can use most weapons in the game. Do I want him like buffer? Like stronger? Nah, I think average is okay. Alright, accept. Let's start.
In the age of ancients, the world was unformed, shrouded by fog. A land of grey crags, arch trees, and everlasting dragons.
I really like this intro. It's pretty good.
But then there was fire. And with fire came disparity. Heat and cold, life and death. And of course, light and dark. Then from the dark, they came and found the souls of lords within the flame. Nito, the first of the dead.
Nito is so cool. Skeleton Man.
The Witch of Izalith and her daughters of Chaos.
And a son.
Gwyn, the Lord of Sunlight, and his faithful knights.
Pussy.
And the furtive pygmy, so easily forgotten. With the strength of lords, they challenged the dragons. Gwyn's mighty bolts peeled apart their stone skins. The witches weaved great firestorms. Nito unleashed a miasma of death and disease. And Seath the Scaleless betrayed his own, and the dragons were no more.
I really like this cutscene, this intro cutscene.
Thus began the Age of Fire. But soon the flames will fade, and only dark will remain. Even now, there are only embers, and man sees not light, but only endless nights. And amongst the living are seen carriers of the accursed dark side.
This intro is so good. So classic. I've played this game on the PlayStation 3, right? And this is the PlayStation 4 version, which I'm playing on the PlayStation 5. So it's been a few generations, right? I'll try to give you a very good walkthrough through the game, right? People who have never played it. Indeed.
The dark side brands the undead. And in this land, the undead are corralled and led to the north. Where they are locked away to await the end of the world. This is your fate.
Oh boy. Yeah, I'll try to, give some tips for people who have never played the game. Even though I will be playing as a melee character, I will give tips for people who want to play with magic. Because magic is pretty fun in Dark Souls. I think Dark Souls 1 has some of the strongest magic in the franchise. It's not Demon Souls level or Elden Ring level, but it's pretty close. Aside from Dark Beat, but Dark Beat is like absurd. Well, and here we are in the asylum. You can seek the dungeon cell key and leave. If you notice, my character rolls like this. If I remove some armor, he rolls way faster. Hello man, how are you? I really hope I do not see you again. You don't need to kill any of these little hollows. Those guys, right? They don't really attack you. But if you have noticed, my character does not look like a handsome old Ryan Reynolds. He actually kind of looks like beef jerky. And I start with a broken sword. I would keep this broken sword if I were you. So here's the first boss, right? I believe if you take a look over there, over that hole, you can actually see him, kind of. Well, anyway, this boss, look above. Yeah, he's there, right? He will not take damage from your regular old broken sword, okay? If you have chosen the black fire bombs as your starting item, you can chuck them. You already start with them, as you can see here. Oops, I already have the master key, right? So you start with them. You can like throw 3 or 4, he dies. If you kill him in this first encounter, you'll get his weapon. It's a pretty good strength weapon for like the middle of the game. It's very heavy for now, but I will not be doing that because I don't have the endurance. So just run. You will kill this guy later. Trust me. You can light this. Usually, to respawn at a bonfire, you need to light and sit at it. Yeah. So here you can grab your weapons. Nice. Long sword. Finally, I have a real sword. Come here. Come here, boy. Here. Backstab. Just attack an enemy from behind. You instantly grab him. You can't do this with many enemies. It's usually against humanoid ones, right? Here's a ball. This is a pathway to the bonfire, so the ball broke the thing, and you can talk to Oscar, the guy who saved you.
You. You're no hollow.
I'll be the judge of that.
Goodness. I'm done for, I'm afraid. I'll die soon, then lose my sanity. I wish to ask something of you. You and I, we're both undead. Hear me out, will you?
Yeah, man, talk to me.
Regrettably, I have failed in my mission. But perhaps you can keep the torch lit. There is an old saying in my family. Thou who art undead art chosen. And thine exodus from the undead asylum maketh pilgrimage to the land of ancient lords. When thou ringeth the bell of awakening, the fate of the undead thou shalt know. Well, now you know. And I can die with hope in my heart. Oh, one
So
more
stylish.
thing. Here, take this. An Estus flask. An undead favorite.
Thank you, man. This is your healing.
Oh, and this. Now I must bid farewell. I would hate to harm you after death. So go now, and thank you.
Yeah, so he gave me my first objective, right? Basically, just ringing a bell. Oh, and then he dies. This is a guy, and this is a parry. Right before an enemy hits you, you can just use your, well, in my case it's my L2 button, because I'm playing on a PlayStation. But it will be like your LT if you're playing on the Xbox. Here are some enemies. So usually for weapons you have light attacks, which are your basic bumper, right? R1, and then you have strong attacks which are R2s. This is some bitch ass who's trying to hit me with arrows, and this is a very a strongest version of them. You can just parry them. They're very good to practice parries, right? Well, going here, you have the boss, right? You can just plunge. You fall, and then you attack while you're falling, and you deal a massive amount of damage to this fella. Run towards his butt, whack him a little bit, whack him. Wait for your stamina. Please wait for your stamina. Stamina management is very important in this game. So you whack him, you see your stamina depleting with every attack. So you just, make some space, wait for your stamina to regenerate, then you continue. So you kill him, you just get a humanity and the key to live. If you go here, you have here. It's pretty nice. Cool, there's a nest. I will go back for it later. It's like an NPC who trades stuff with you.
Only in the ancient legends it is stated that one day an undead shall be chosen. To leave the undead asylum in pilgrimage to the land of the ancient lords. Lordran.
I hope they find this undead, because I just got eaten by a giant bird. This is so cool. You can see like basically everywhere you will explore at the beginning of the game. It's pretty cool. I like this. If you take a closer look behind the bonfire, there's nothing there. But then suddenly, there's a tree. Enlarge and level up and kindle at bonfire. So you can sit at the bonfire. You see I have 10 Estus flasks, right? So I will use one, now I have 9. So I rest at the bonfire, now I have 10 again, right? It's pretty good. You can level up and all. Here's our first NPC.
Well, what do we have here? You must be a new arrival. Let me guess. Fate of the undead, right? Well, you're not the first. But there's no salvation here. You'd have done better to rot in the undead asylum. But too late now. Well, since you're here, let me help you out. There are, actually, 2 bells of awakening. One's up above in the undead church. The other is far, far below, in the ruins at the base of Blight Town. Ring them both, and something happens. Brilliant, right? Not much to go on, but I have a feeling that won't stop you. So, off you go. It is why you came, isn't it? To this accursed land of the undead?
Yeah, so this is the rest of your objective. You gotta play 2 bells, one's above and one's below.
Ah, your face. You're practically hollow. But who knows? Going hollow could solve quite a bit.
Yeah, that's why I look like beef jerky, because I'm turning into a zombie, a mindless zombie.
What? Restoring your humanity? Well, there are a few ways to go about it. Collected bit by bit from corpses. Or you can butter up a cleric and get yourself summoned. And the quickest way, although I'd never do it, is to kill a healthy undead and pillage its humanity. Coveting thy neighbor is only human, after all.
Yes. You can recover your body. You can just go here, use a humanity, sit on the bonfire, and reverse hollowing, and then you go back to being a human. It doesn't really give you any benefit at the moment, so I'll not recommend.
What are you looking at? Don't try anything clever. You might regret it.
Yes.
What? You want to hear more? Oh, that's all we need. Another inquisitive soul. Well, listen carefully then. One of the bells is up above in the undead church, but the lift is broken. You'll have to climb the stairs up the ruins and access the undead burg through the waterway. The other bell is back down below the undead burg, within the plague-infested Blight Town. But I'd die again before I step foot in that cesspool.
Yes.
Bloody hell, what is it now? You ask too many questions.
Yeah, he gets fed up with you and then tells you to eat grass.
What now? I'm not up for chatting. Leave me alone.
Yeah, okay. Let's grab some items. I have stuff here, right? And 3 humanities, so if you want to become human, go for it. Here we have some fire bombs, so some pretty good projectiles. I will keep them. Eventually we will need to kill a certain mini-boss. And here we have Fat Guy.
Hello there. I believe we are not acquainted. I am Petrus of Firelink. Have you business with us? If not, I'd prefer to keep a distance, if possible.
Yes.
Hello there. I realize that I have requested that we retain our distance, but I also want you to know that it is not meant in ill will. Here, take this, as a token of peace. No, go ahead. It's for you.
Thank you. Yeah, you can keep bothering him.
Why? You again? Oh, I know. How about this? I have to await my companions here anyway. So what if I were to teach you some miracles? Would that please you?
Yes, of course.
Very well. Then first, a covenant with the gods.
Yes. Join the Covenant. Covenants are online features, right? That helps you, connect with other players.
Now let me share my miracles. Only their ultimate effectiveness will be determined by your efforts and your faith.
Nice. You can get the gesture, him, shrug, right? He sells you some spells, like heal, force, which repels people, homeward, gets you back to the bonfire. You can grab a talisman from him, right? They're very good options. Talismans are the catalyst for miracles. You can only cast miracles if you have faith, right? As you can see there, if you press square. Great Heal is Herb. You have miracle, and then you have a symbol of a, I don't know, a wand, I guess, and a star. The star means faith. You need 14 faith to use Great Heal is Herb, and you need to use a catalyst to summon it.
My companions are Milady and her young knights. She is young, but burdened by an undead mission. We are her defenses, to keep her from harm.
Sure you are.
An undead mission? Regrettably, I cannot share that with you. But you are my pupil. Perhaps if you show your faith.
Yeah, my faith, 400 souls.
Very
Sure.
well. I can surely tell you, of all people, undead clerics are given a mission to seek kindling. Kindling is the art of feeding bonfires with humanity. Through kindling, we shall one day be granted magnificent powers.
Yes.
Very well.
Yeah. Goodbye, man. Well, he tells you about his mission. He is here waiting his companions, and then they shall be going on an adventure in the catacombs. Well, later we'll take a look at that. Now it's not really that important. We'll just grab some souls. Souls are the items that you can pop. They are in your inventory. You can pop your souls, and then they will count there in your souls counter. I have 1888. Here you have some extra items. Homeward Bones makes you go back to your last bonfire visited. Morningstar and the Talisman. Morningstar is a pretty good weapon for early game. You have some cracked eye orbs. If you are online, you can use them to invade other people, but you need to be human. So you need to kindle, right? Lloyd's Talisman, you throw them at people and they cannot heal anymore. So I'm doing something kind of dangerous here, okay? And I do not recommend you mimicking me. But in this cemetery area, we have some pretty good items. We have the Zweihander, the Winged Spear. Zweihander is one of the best early weapons. Whoops. You can grab the binoculars to look at faraway places, basically. That's just what it's used for. You can grab the shields. It's a magic shield, like it defends against magic pretty well. And I'm aggroing all of these skeletons. Whoops. I almost died. As I told you, this is not very smart of me. I should not be doing this. You have an item here. And now you have a lot of skeletons running after you for being reckless. You can sit at a bonfire, they will all reset to their previous location, right? Do you? No, he doesn't speak more. Here we have the Kindle Lily. She's mute. You will talk to her later to strengthen your Estus Flask. Now I'm going here, down here, down the well. Not the well, but the place. Just gathering around some early weapons for you. Can drop here. In this place, you have another soul. And here, New London Ruins. I will not explore this place. Just grab the stock and leave. Alright. And here, where I have this very, very sexy hollow. Look at him. Well, at the bottom of these stairs you have an NPC to talk.
Well, this is unusual. You haven't lost your head. And more importantly, you're free. How on earth? Well, I shouldn't pry. I'm Ricky at Vinay. I was
Yes, you
once
are.
an established smith. Look at me now. Can you believe it?
Yeah, he's a blacksmith.
Hmm? What is it? Have you? Oh no. Don't worry. I've no intention of escape. It's safe here. I can't bear the thought of going hollow out there. Although, I must admit, not much to occupy myself. How about this? I could forge your weapons, albeit with rather minimal tools. I'll show you what made me the best in Vinay.
Yeah, so he's a blacksmith. You can reinforce a weapon if you have titanite shards. Right? I don't have any, so can't. You can reinforce your armor, you can repair your equipment if you break them. He sells you some spells, right, if you are a sorcerer. Kind of expensive, but pretty good. The Sorcerer Catalyst, which is a staff, right?
What is it? There's nothing to talk about. We're both cursed, undead. But what's there really to moan about? What is, there's nothing. We're both.
Yeah.
Come back soon. Smithing helps soothe my nerves.
Yeah.
Don't let me wither away out of idleness.
This guy will remain here. You can transform your upgraded weapons into magic weapons with him later. I'll show you. I'll try to remember to come back here. Well, for today, that's it, right? I got you some weapons at the beginning of the game. Longsword is solid. The Zweihander is heavy, so you cannot really use it now. The stock is pretty good. It's a dexterity-based weapon, and you can use it while behind a shield, which is pretty good. Same goes with the winged spear, but I don't have the dexterity to use it, unfortunately. I'll be using the Morning Star for the beginning of the game. It is a very solid weapon, and it causes bleed, so that's my idea of fun at the start of Dark Souls 1, right?
Oh, have you seen that terribly morose lass? The Firekeeper. She's stuck keeping that bonfire lit. Sad, really. She's mute and bound to this forsaken place. They probably cut her tongue out back in her village, so that she'd never say any god's name in vain. How do these martyrs keep chugging along? I'd beat her out in an instant.
Yeah, so I've been here for long enough. I will say goodbye. Thank you. Thank you for paying attention to me. I'll be continuing, right, with the game. This is supposed to be a walkthrough. I'll be collecting the items and talking about the quests. I'll be talking to the NPCs and trying to explain a little bit of the lore. So if you are interested, you are always welcome. So goodbye. I shall see you on the next one.